Welcome to Danang, Vietnam.
After spending a month in Hoi An, we headed north to Danang.
This video is kind of a side story from our full Vietnam video.
In the full video, we compare living in 3 different cities in Vietnam, and then break down the cost of living in each one.
But in this video, we wanted to show more of our actual day-to-day life in Danang, including our trip to the dentist, our time at the beach, and a small splurge at the Grand Gold Hotel. So let's go!
Oh, first view. Holy moly. We made it.
Yeah, we're here. Let's go check in.
When we arrived in Danang, we checked into our Airbnb, and this place was actually the cheapest apartment we have ever stayed in anywhere in the world. And I don't see how we'll ever beat it. Wow, we made it. Look at this place here.
Very nice.
So this is what Danang is like.
This place is $500 exactly for a month. So very affordable.
This is the cheapest place we've ever been.
Oh yeah, the cheapest per month price. Oh yeah. And then it has a kitchen and it has a washing machine and a dryer and everything we need. We paid $500 US for 28 nights here, which comes out to about $18 per night.
And that even included cleanings.
But it didn't include breakfast. It wasn't luxury, but honestly it had everything we needed. A kitchen, washing machine, a good location, walking distance to the beach.
And even a little doggy. Isn't he so cute? I think I'll keep him.
He's just kidding, there was no dog included. But we did technically have a kitchen, although we barely used it, except for simple things like oatmeal or an occasional meal.
Most of the time we just ate out because the food in Danang was so affordable that I couldn't believe it.
We actually made an entire food video in Vietnam because there was just so much good food.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that tree. It's beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, whoa.
Isn't that amazing?
Whoa, I've never seen anything like that.
Wow. Danang has a very different feeling from Hoi An, and definitely different than Hanoi, the capital. Hoi An feels like a small town and is more relaxed, while Danang feels more like a big city, but with clear skies and an ocean breeze that keeps the air fresh.
Completely different than Hanoi, Vietnam.
I'm so glad we live close to the beach. I can't wait to spend more time here.
Close to the coast, there are endless cafes, seafood restaurants, and shops, and people out walking around at all hours of the day.
And even though we were here in January, the weather was still warm. Most days were somewhere around the low to mid 70s Fahrenheit, or around 22 to 25 degrees Celsius.
To us, that feels perfect.
But the funny thing is that the locals kept telling us it was cold.
People here think it's really cold, like it's winter time. I guess it's January and so it's winter. But they look at us and we all have jackets on and they're like, "You don't think it's cold?" And we're like, no. And they're like, "Oh, I guess where you're from it's like a lot colder." And I'm like, yeah, we've experienced more cold winters. So, I don't know, it feels like springtime, kind of, it feels warm to us. It's like literally like 70 degrees. It's really nice. But they're like wearing puffer jackets and they're like cold. While wandering around the city, we stumbled across one of Danang's most famous landmarks, the Dragon Bridge.
We're coming up on it.
What?
The Dragon Bridge.
Woo! That it?
Now this is amazing to be right here. Actually, this dragon looks so awesome. And the way they built this is just amazing. I've seen pictures of this before we came actually, and it looked pretty good, but I thought I don't need to be there. But being here right now is actually really magnificent. I love the way this looks. It's awesome. This is really nice, really nice. During the day, this is absolutely stunning.
But apparently at night, we heard that the dragon breathes actual fire and water, and it's free.
If you can believe it. That would be so cool though.
It really is.
I can't wait to see this at night, actually. I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, we're definitely going to come back at night before we leave Danang. The next day, we had an adventure planned.
And by adventure, I mean we're going to the dentist. Where are we going today?
Yeah, today we're going to the dentist to get cleanings. One thing that's interesting about traveling long term is that normal life still exists.
You still need haircuts, you still need laundry, and you still need teeth.
The place we're going to is called Australian Dental Clinic.
Here we are at the Australian Dental Clinic in Vietnam. Gonna get my teeth cleaned. I think they might have some consultation or x-rays as well, but we'll see what happens. We're just kind of going for the experience and seeing what they do here. It's been like a year since I've had my teeth cleaned. Just about. I was in Malaysia last, so this will be great. But finding the entrance was more confusing than expected.
Someone's sleeping. We didn't want to wake him.
Eventually, we figured it out and made it to the dentist, and it was quite the experience.
It was... Whoa.
So how was it? How much was it? Yeah, how much was it? Yeah, let's find someplace more quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's quieter
So,
here. So what happened?
Yeah.
Or what? How
Well,
much
I
was
just
it?
paid, and it was 540,000 Vietnamese dong, which is very affordable. That's like, how much is that? I don't know.
Oof.
I'll have to put it on the screen how much it is, but it's like,
It's less than 500 20. It's like 20 something dollars
yeah.
for
yeah,
both of us.
For both of us to get cleanings. And Jonathan also got a little filling. He'll have to tell us about that. I don't know. Anyway, super easy cleaning, and we got x-rays too. And yeah, they were very professional, and they had a lot of dentists and dental hygienists in there. Lots of stations. They took us in. You know, we had an appointment. We sent them a message on WhatsApp, and yeah, they're like, okay, come at 2 p.m. on Monday. And we're like, okay. So anyway, super easy. And I loved it. It was a good experience for me, and yeah.
That was such a crazy experience in a good way. That was so affordable. It was absolutely insane. So yeah, it was only 200,000 for the cleaning, but they also did a 10% discount for the new year. So it was even less than 200,000, which is like $10, less than $10 to get your teeth cleaned, and it included a free x-rays
Around your head.
around the head x-rays, and as well as a consultation with the dentist. So during my consultation, I didn't have any cavities or anything, but then he noticed a very small hole in one of my fillings, my older fillings, up here. He showed it to me and he said, do you want to fill it right now? And I said, how much is that going to be? And he said, oh, another 200,000. Another, like, I couldn't believe it. I just had to say yes to that. I literally had no choice to accept the price for a filling for less than $10. I'm like, I'm used to paying $100 for a filling, even almost $50 to $100 for a cleaning. That was insane. And so I'm like, sure, why don't you just do it right now? It was so fast and so easy. Almost by the time Noelle was done, I was already done. I mean, that was crazy. It was just so good, and the care was amazing. Like, I've had some cavities before and fillings, and they just never seem to be right. Like, the bite seems wrong. It's always not very good. This one, it feels just like I did when I walked in, but better. It's awesome. That was great. What a great experience, honestly. What can I say? It was like artwork in my mouth. The guy was so professional. He was so good at what he was doing. It was so good. It was just perfectly filled in my teeth. And he showed me everything, what he was doing with mirrors and little things. And he showed me the camera. It was amazing. Best experience I've ever had in a dentist, by far.
Also, it was the dentist that cleaned our teeth, and then there's a hygienist that helped, you know. And so the dentist guy, there were multiple dentists there, so we had different dentists that worked on us. And so, yeah, very professional. And also, you know how they did the x-rays around the head one, so you can see a lot more. We had that at the beginning, and then there's a screen in front of us as you know you're getting worked on. The screen in front of us, it's our x-rays, you know, pictures of our x-rays. Like they looked through them with us, and then they show that while you're getting your teeth cleaned, so you get to see your teeth.
Fresh off our dental success, I decided it was time for a haircut. I figured if Danang has good dentists, maybe they have good haircuts.
We just walked into the nearest barber from our apartment, and without an appointment or anything, Jonathan got quite the haircut.
So I just got a haircut for 80,000 Vietnamese dong. It's less than $4. The guy did a very good job. As you can see, he even used a straight edge to like shave up close. I just showed him a picture of the last haircut I had in Thailand actually, and he knew just what to do. It was the best haircut I've ever gotten. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. In my entire life.
What about the times I cut your hair?
Well, I was referring to a haircut at the barber shop. I wasn't comparing the haircuts you've given me.
I know, I'm not a professional barber.
I actually think your haircuts are really good, but I was also impressed by today's haircut. I even gave the barber a tip, and tipping is not really expected in Vietnam the way it is in America. It's more of an extra way to show appreciation when someone does an especially good job.
Have you ever given me a tip?
One thing we noticed in Danang and in Vietnam in general, the grocery stores were not the best place to get food.
But the outdoor markets?
That's where it's at.
This is where the locals actually shop for fresh food. Produce, meat, seafood, vegetables. It's no wonder the food here is so good. Ah, they're moving!
It almost feels like a mall, but without one big building.
Everything feels more natural, more organically put together.
Looking back, I kind of wish we had shopped here more often instead of eating out all the time. Wow.
I wasn't expecting dinner back here. Like, good places you can eat at. This is like an old-fashioned mall, or how malls kind of used to be, like a market, right? You can get your hair done. People are getting their hair dyed or cut, or you can eat food or get food, shop, or clothes. All kinds of things. And even get jewelry.
We're basically at the mall.
Found them all.
Woohoo!
So I went into a shoe store and I wanted to try on some tennis shoes, some new tennis shoes. I want some black pairs of tennis shoes. Anyway, and so I was like, she's like, oh, do you want to try some on? I said, yeah, I'll try this one on. Do you have like size 9 and USA size, you know? And she's like, oh, I'll go check. She comes back and she's like, for women's, the largest size we have is 8. And I'm like, oh, I think that's too small for me. Okay, bye. At the apartment, we had settled into a pretty normal routine.
Laundry day became a weekly thing because we really don't travel with that much stuff.
Thankfully, our Airbnb had a washing machine, and the building even had a shared dryer machine upstairs.
So honestly, this apartment had pretty much everything we needed.
And the dryer machine was just an added luxury that we usually don't get in Asia.
They have dryers, of course. It's just more practical many times to hang clothes to dry.
We're gonna go play pickleball.
One thing we definitely did not expect to find in Vietnam was pickleball.
But somehow, Danang has pickleball courts.
And they also have something called paddle, which I had never heard of before.
That was so easy. And we rented pickleball paddles and 3 balls. And we'll get charged afterwards, depending on how long we're here for, probably. So, yeah, fun.
I forgot to film our check-in process, but we just walked in and put our names and phone number down, and then we got this equipment.
And there is a cafe inside as well.
But we didn't eat dinner there.
And the cafe has a view of the courts.
Whoa. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, we played for a whole hour and came out to be around 300,000 Vietnamese dong, which is a little under 12 US dollars. The beach in Danang quickly became one of our favorite places in the city.
But the beach culture here felt surprisingly different from what we're used to in America.
In the United States, especially in places like Florida or California, almost everybody grows up learning how to swim.
People spend entire days at the beach laying in the sun, swimming, surfing, and just hanging out.
But in Vietnam, people seem to approach the ocean a little differently.
There are definitely people at the beach, but fewer people actually swimming.
And people seem more careful around the water.
There are even designated swimming zones with lifeguards watching closely. And if you swim outside those areas, they will absolutely yell at you.
They even yelled at me on my first day. Apparently, I had wandered outside the swimming zone without realizing it.
Meanwhile, surfboards are completely fine outside the swim areas.
So honestly, I still don't totally understand the system. We just got out of the ocean and we were just swimming in, and it's so warm. It's actually a pretty good temperature to be swimming at. The water is very nice and it feels very clean. I mean, lots of people are swimming and there's even surfing. It's really fun, yeah. It's really good. I love the ocean so much. And to be swimming in January, wow, that's just unheard of in my mind, but that's so cool. One of my favorite things to do in Danang was renting a surfboard. It only cost 150,000 dong per hour, which is around 6 US dollars.
They also have boogie boards and other equipment too.
On the beach, you can even see the Lady Buddha statue way off in the distance across the bay.
Now, Buddha, as you probably know, was not a lady.
So if you're confused, Buddha can also refer more generally to enlightened or holy figures, like a saint or prophet.
At least that's our understanding. Woohoo! Go Jonathan! Woohoo! Go Jonathan!
My first time surfing in Vietnam. The waves just keep coming and coming, don't they? This is like where the beginners surf. I'm pretty much a beginner. This is my first time surfing in Vietnam, so I think my second time surfing in my life. As the month went on, the weather actually got warmer, but at the same time, we became less tolerant of the cold.
It's cold. Kind of windy and brisk feeling, even though it's like maybe 68 degrees, high 60s, but it feels cold.
Oh my god.
I mean, we just have light jackets. It's not like we need anything heavier, but I like that this is our coldest temperature.
Yeah.
I don't like winter. I do not like freezing weather, so this is nice. I think our bodies adjusted to Vietnam a little too quickly.
Where are we going today?
So today we're going to get my hair washed at a hair salon. The shampoo here hasn't been like really washing my hair a lot, so it's stayed pretty greasy. And I've never had my hair washed, and they have like very affordable services for spas or hair things. And so I'm like, okay, I can easily and probably very affordably get my hair washed. And they do a little head massage, and it seems like it'll really clean my head, which is really nice in my hair. So I'm excited.
I think I might be getting my nails done at the same place if they do it. I've never had my nails done in my whole life. It's crazy because we've been in Asia for so long, and here it's pretty normal for guys to get their nails done. And it's not for me, but I might as well do it at least once, right? So
yeah, just nail health.
That's good nail health, yeah. So I guess I'll get my nails. I haven't trimmed them for like a week. so I'm ready. I feel like Vietnam and nail salons are kind of a stereotype in America.
Oh, totally.
But at the same time, it's also kind of a stereotype for men not to get their nails done.
Oh yeah, guys don't do that.
So honestly, I'm not sure if I am following a stereotype or breaking one here. Well, at least my nails looked fantastic afterwards.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think I'll ever be coming back. I'll show your hair. Wow, look at that beautiful shampoo and blow dry job. So how was the experience of getting your hair washed in Vietnam?
Oh yeah, my hair wash and blow dry was very nice. I didn't even need it styled, like they just blow dried it like this, just straight. And anyway, they gave me like a nice head massage and they put a lot of good softening products in it, I guess, you know, it's more than just shampoo. And so it smells really nice and it feels really nice and oh yeah, nice and clean. It's a little bit of pampering and it was, I don't even know how much it was. It was a 350,000 dong. I don't know how much that is.
It's less than $15.
Yeah, no, it was a little more than I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, they spent a while. They like really massaged my head, really cleaned it. I don't know, yeah, really focused on blow drying it well, and I liked it. It felt really nice. Now that we had fully treated ourselves with hair washing and nail cleaning, we decided it was time to really splurge.
So we booked a hotel.
Specifically, the Grand Ocean Suite at the Grand Gold Hotel in Danang.
And after a month in our budget Airbnb, this place felt incredibly fancy.
We're in a Grand Ocean Suite.
That sounds fancy.
All the way like at the top. We're on the 17th floor and there's only 19. I think 19 is, yeah, the bar and the pool. So we're like the top of where there's rooms.
I have to admit, we are splurging big time for this room.
No, not big time.
Well, big time for us. It's
It's
splurging,
just a little bit,
like a few extra dollars per night.
A little
you know,
extra.
it goes a long way in Vietnam.
A bathtub and a view.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
it
Let's
out.
see what we got.
Power. Boom.
Power. Wow.
Sweet. I love
Look
the
at this
bathtub.
rose.
I first saw the bathtub.
Oh, first
Oh my
view.
gosh, that actually kind of
Holy moly. It's like you're gonna fall off a cliff.
looks like you're over the edge.
Oh my gosh.
Holy moly.
You are just inches away from the ledge.
Oh,
There is no lip. There's absolutely no lip.
it's flat.
Whoa, it's like you're
Oh.
standing on the beach, actually.
Yeah, it's a little stormy, rainy almost happening, but look at that. It's so pretty.
Whoa.
We have to see this when it's like more sunny. But
Hopefully it gets more
wow.
sunny. Wow.
Ah. I feel like I'm like in it.
Yeah, wow. That's amazing.
I can't stand too close to that. Woo!
We got a bed. Oh, feel how comfortable the bed is.
It's a lot more comfortable than the other one, but it's still flat. But no, I think it squishes down more. I don't know what.
That's a little disappointing, actually. Oh, it does. Okay,
I
it's a
think
lot
it's a-
softer than our
maybe.
other one,
It
but
feels-
that's not. It's hard to not get softer than our last bed.
Yeah.
The last bed was a solid rock.
It's still. It's firm.
Okay, well, look at this, Noelle. Bathing on the edge.
Oh gosh, that's scary.
It's like you're gonna be bathing on the beach.
Yay! I love a bathtub.
That's a fancy bathtub.
Yeah, look at that. We are all the way up here.
That's impressive. That is impressive.
Yep.
Look at this, a double shower. So you can have a
Oh, one's
shower. Oh, this is not a shower.
One's a
That's a
toilet.
toilet.
For the room, not the shower room.
That's a shower.
But they're together.
together. Oh yeah, cool. It's a shower room divided into. That's nice. Okay.
I like it. Rainfall shower.
Oh really? Rainfall?
Yeah.
A shower?
Yeah,
Oh, with the hose.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, it's nice. Smells clean.
See, we're in Phuc Long Luxury Hotel. How much was this again?
It was called Grand Gold Hotel or something.
Oh, these must be
Maybe the
different
same.
towels.
Wait, how much?
Yeah, do you remember how much this is per night?
$290 for 5 nights.
Okay, $290 for 5 nights. That's roughly
190 is like
60.
30 something.
The room was huge, modern, and had amazing views of the ocean.
It cost us a little more than $58 per night, and we booked it on Agoda for 5 nights for a total of $291. At night, okay.
Comes with breakfast.
Let's take a look at this.
my gosh,
Holy
no.
cow,
No,
no
no, no,
screen.
no, no, no.
No screen. Oh!
And it comes with breakfast. Buffet breakfast.
Yum yum.
One reason this hotel was so affordable is because it was farther away from most of the restaurants and busier parts of the city.
So the area was a lot quieter.
The beach over here also had a different atmosphere.
There were no lifeguards, fewer people, and no surfboard rentals nearby.
It felt calmer and slower compared to the main beach area.
But one huge advantage was that we didn't have to go out searching for breakfast every morning.
The hotel breakfast buffet was massive.
They had American breakfast foods, Vietnamese options, Chinese, Indian food, fruit, pastries, pretty much everything you could think of.
And honestly, it was really good. After breakfast and beach time, there was only one thing left to do before we leave.
Oh, I think I know where we're going. The Dragon Bridge.
Actually, not yet. I was thinking we'd get massages.
What did we get?
Yes, we're getting the shiatsu massage. They said it was like medium strength, not too soft, not too hard. So, yeah.
I think that sounds pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
60 minutes. It says that's around $14. That sounds about right.
Let's see if that's accurate. Yeah, I really like that massage. It was probably my favorite massage I've ever gotten.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
It
surprising.
was just very smooth, and they were very polite and like helped me, to know what to wear, because they gave you like a thing to wear, but then like they just, I don't know, they were patient when you were like moving or doing things, right? And so, I don't know. And they also massaged me really well. They like really focused on the areas that I needed, especially the back and the upper shoulders area and the neck. I feel like they did that like a lot.
Wow.
And over in multiple ways. So I
Just what
really
you
loved
wanted.
that. Yeah, and then they were softer on my arms and legs like I wanted. Like they listened, and it felt so nice, and it was so smooth, and yeah, I'd definitely go there again.
Okay, now it's time for the Dragon Bridge. It actually does breathe fire and water. It goes off every week on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. sharp.
All month we had been hearing about this fire-breathing dragon. And even seeing all these people, I still wasn't fully convinced it was going to be impressive. But then...
Wow!
Okay, I admit it. Danang, this was pretty cool.